And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. And today we on day 4 of the 30-day semen retention run. And with that being said, if you just coming here, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been here for a while, you already know we take these journeys all the time. So we're gonna make it through these 30 days. With that being said, today on day 4, what I want to talk about is breaking the habits. We gotta break our old habits, like all the habits that we used to do that we know is not good for us. All the habits that lead us back to getting back into, just slacking, or all the habits that's getting us into doing things that we know we're not supposed to be doing, or leading us down the wrong path. We gotta start breaking them habits. And the reason I said we gotta start breaking them habits, because I realized, like, a lot of times it's on like just doing anything, just getting better as a person. When you start breaking one habit, you start seeing other habits like, oh shit, I didn't even know that this habit affect me like this, or that habit affect me in this way. And I'm gonna give you an example, right? When I started no fap, right? It started making me want to start eating better, because I'm like, all right. I realized that your gut health is linked to your brain health and things of that nature. So I'm like, yo, I gotta start eating better. And I started realizing I'm eating way too much sugar. I'm eating way too much processed foods. I'm eating way too much things that's just not good for me. And it made me want to, just change the habit of eating better. It made me want to change the habit of eating better. And that grew from me doing no fap back in the days. Not even semen retention, no fap, where I was just not fapping, but I'm, still sleeping around or whatever. But it made me think, like, all right, if my stomach is my second mind, I gotta start taking care of my stomach. Watch what I eat, put more better things in my stomach. And that's what I mean with y'all too. Like, we gotta start breaking habits that we know is holding us back. Start asking yourself the question, what am I doing right now that I know that I don't need to be doing? Or what am I doing right now that I could stop doing for a while so I can move forward? What am I doing that's holding me back from all my goals? Or what am I doing that's like pulling me back, or not making me get closer to my goals? It's not making me, it's not evolving me in life. And we got to start looking to break them habits, because I realize that especially us as grown men, we be carrying a lot of like trauma or habits that we picked up as a kid, or as like young adults, like teenagers, into the rest of our life. And we got to start learning that when you get to certain ages in your life and certain brackets in your life, you got to like think different. You can't think the same at 30 than you was when you was at 20. You're not thinking the same at 40 when you're gonna be thinking at 30. Well, I hope at 40 I'm thinking way different, and I know I am. But I'm just breaking it down in the sense of, like, when you 20, when you 30, you're not thinking the way you was at 20. When you 40, you're not gonna be thinking the way you was at 30. So we got to start learning how to build ourselves and grow with the times. You know what I'm saying? You can't be 30 with a 20-year-old mindset. And I don't want, and same thing, you don't want to be 40 with a 30-year-old mindset. You want to be 40 with a 40-year-old mindset. Like, all right, I got these handles, what I'm going to handle next with this, that, and the third. We 30 right now. We in our 30s, and it's a lot of us that's in our 30s. That's just figuring life out. That's just figuring it out. Like, you know what? I gotta take care of this. I gotta take care of that. I gotta take care of this, and that's because we never was taught good habits coming up. We never was taught good habits coming up. So now that we in our 30s, it's up to you to unlearn everything that you learned in the past and learn something new. Learn that reading is fundamental. Reading is actually fun. Learn that it's good to, like, touch grass or go out in the grass, and it's good to, be in nature and shit. It's good to meditate. It's good to spend time to yourself. Spend time by yourself. I'm talking about there's no phones on, no nothing around, just time to yourself. You gotta learn that. It's so much that we gotta learn that as we grow older and grow like into who we are or who we supposed to be, but we got caught up in society and caught up in how not everything, but how the world just like forms us. Because I believe heavily that your environment shapes a lot about who you are as a person. Especially if you grew up in an environment your whole life. It shapes who you are as a person until you become aware of it. And then when you become aware of it, you start saying, oh, okay, that's how my environment, that I think like that because of where I came from. But I can't think like that because where I'm going, it's not going to allow me to think like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to break the habit of who we were or the habits that we had back in the days or when we was younger now. And you could be in your 20s, in your mid-20s, young 20s. If you was doing things that in your teenage years, you're not going to be doing them now in your 20s. So in every stage of our lives, we evolve. That's all I'm saying right there. You know what I mean? And we got to learn how to break the habits that's not helping us grow as men. So with that being said, like let me just talk about like the habit, breaking the habit of like semen, of like releasing, since we all doing a semen retention challenge. A couple of habits that help me to like when I'm in my zone and it get me to like not think about it or think about it way less. You gotta, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes it's like my Instagram, it's like my Instagram before, like the search page before with nothing but girls. And I be having to reset that after a while every time. Cause I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll be clicking on them and I'll be watching girls or I'll be looking at girls sometimes, but my IG search page always be full of girls. And so what I do is I reset the search page. So now it show up like quotes and regular things or inspirational things that I can look up now. I'll search up change the IG search page. I'll block all corn websites, because you gotta like take action. People be thinking it's just, oh, I'm not gonna do it, and thinking it's that easy. It's not that easy. You gotta take action, like fully take full action on it. Block all the websites. Try to just get it away from your easy reach. Because if you go on the website, right, and you try to go on it and then it's blocked, you block, you're gonna have to do extra to get into the website. You're gonna have to unblock it. And then once you start thinking about it, and you get into to do that, and you start thinking about it like, damn, do I really want to unblock this? I said I'm gonna do this. I said I'm gonna be on semen retention for 30 days. Do I really want to do this? And now you got to think and pause about it before you actually do it. So that's why I would say, add them website blockers. Do everything like to stay away from it, because it's hard to fight the urge. That's why God say run from it. God say flee temptation, run from it. So it's hard to fight the urge, and I know that. So I would just say, do your best to not even put yourself in that position to get triggered. You know what I mean? And have like daily reminders on your phone, like one more day. I got a daily reminder where I got on my phone where it'll be like, just go one more day. Well, I know I might not. I don't know if I could do it another year, but I can do one more day. I could do one more day. Have daily reminders so you don't feel like you just in it alone. Like sometimes you got reminders. When you see a reminder, I'm talking for me. If I'm on my phone and I see like a reminder, it'll put me at ease a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, I got this. Just so set yourself up to win, man. Like a lot of times we just be going into it blind fury. Nah, when you're going into this journey, Set yourself up to win. And that's what I've been doing. So that's what I'm just giving it to y'all. You know what I mean? And another thing I want to say too is do something with this energy. Because you're going to have a lot of energy, especially after day 5. From 5 to like day 13, you're going to have mad energy. So put the energy into something. Put it into working out. Starting to get back into working out. Put the energy back into creating something, being an artist, going to create, doing something. Because if you just sitting there with that energy all day, it's gonna build up to where you start feeling uncomfortable in yourself because you got all this energy built up and you not putting it nowhere. If you're building this energy up, put it somewhere. Put it in a workout. Do 20 push-ups an hour. 20 push-ups an hour, and then say you're gonna do 100, do 200. Get back on your workout shit. So now before you go back to the gym, you already start putting the energy into that, so you feel comfortable doing that now again. You know, so or create art when you going through these times. When you going through these for the next 2-3 weeks, just create. Keep creating. Because the more you create, the more you're going to have, when you look back, and you're going to be like, damn, I did all that. And then you're going to want to do it. Like, you're going to want to continue. But now, you're going to want to continue with a different type of power, or different type of energy, because you keeping all your energy. You keeping all your energy. You're keeping all your energy in your body, or basically like charging up. You charging up all your energy. So now when you're putting up, you're gonna be putting out slaps. Or you're gonna feel so creative. I'm creative. You're gonna feel creative. Let me just say that. You're gonna feel really creative. So do something with this energy, man. And like I said, when you get an urge, just do some push-ups. Another thing too, when you get an urge, do some push-ups. I'm telling you, it kill the urge. I'm telling you that it killed the urge for me. Like whenever I feel like I'm under pressure, I feel like I got an urge to, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about the girls too much. I'll do some push-ups. Word, and then get your mind right off of it, because now you putting your mind and your body into like, not stress mode, but something. You can say stress mode because you're working out now, and your mind and body got to work as one. So you just automatically stop thinking about that. So that's how I kill my urge, and because we got to remember, it's more mental. It's more mental than I think it's physical. Like being on semen retention is more of a mental thing. Because when you see a girl and whatever the situation is, maybe she may be sexy, whatever it is, you mentally get aroused first, then you physically get aroused. And that's what it is. Because we be looking everywhere, or everything that we see can get you mentally. That's why I stay off Instagram a lot now too. I don't be on social media a lot, because especially on semen retention, because I heard somebody say this before, but social media is corn. Social media is the new corn. You see girls and everything is just so sexualized, and not saying it's a bad thing, because hey, this is their body. I'm not here to shame nobody or judge nobody. But when I'm on this mode, I stay far away from it, because you see that, and then now you start thinking, like you subconsciously start thinking about women, or what girl you want to deal with, and once you get in that mode, player, it's only so far down that road you're gonna go before, you know what I mean? You slip up and fall again. So realize that it's a mental thing, and block all the ways that it usually attacked you, like it got you before. Like if every time you going somewhere, you see beautiful women and you want to deal with you want to bag a girl and stop going out for a little while. If every time you on Instagram, you see big butt girls and girls in the bikinis and all that, stop going on Instagram for a little while. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to learn how to like block out whatever is causing us harm. Because now, after a while, porn cause you harm. And that's all, y'all. Like, we gotta break the old habits that been holding us back, because on this 30-day journey, we doing this to get better too as people. We ain't doing this just so we could say, oh, we stop jerking off, or we stop doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we doing this so by these 30 days, you pick up a new habit. You picked up something. You picked up a new habit. You picked up a new skill. You picked up you did something creative. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not in the, we getting out of that old habit, how we used to think, how we used to move, how we used to be like, oh, nah, I gotta do this because this, that, and that. Cool. Nah, stop doing shit because it seemed cool to other niggas. Do shit that's cool, that's genuinely cool to you, man. Stop doing shit because it's cool to other niggas. Do shit because it's cool to you, man. So, with that being said, like, we breaking the habit to all the old shit we used to do. Especially, you know, the habits that another habit I want y'all to pick up too is reading. I'm gonna keep putting this out there. Like, just keep reading, y'all. Reading. Your mind is fun. Like, if you keep your mind sharp, you're gonna be sharp for a long time in this lifetime. So read, y'all. That's one habit I want y'all to pick up. And the one habit I want y'all to put down is stop scrolling so much. Stop scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. Stop scrolling so much. You know what I mean? And that's right there. Day 4, we breaking out old habits. Day 4, breaking the habits. With that being said, put God first. Put God first. Put God first. It's your boy DAZ'S, and I'm out of here. Peace.